Texas, our Texas, a magical place, a place of land and legend, a place like no other. People come here to touch it, to feel the passion, to soak it in and be a part of it. Texas, our Texas.
Let's ride. Yeah! Howdy, neighbors. I'm your Texas Ag Coach, Commissioner Sid Miller, and welcome to our show, Texas, our Texas. Now, last week, we told y'all all about the blessing of the shrimp fleet, but this week, we're going to take a look at some more fishing activities along the Texas Gulf Coast and how shrimp and other fish products make their way to tables all across the United States. We're back along the Texas coast again. This time it's Palacios. For years, the docks on the Texas coast have been pretty quiet. The wild-caught shrimp industry has had a hard time in the past few years, and it's all due to foreign imports and inflation. But there's a glimmer of hope in this industry. Diesel engines are starting to hum again. Boat owner Ken Garcia has 17 shrimp boats in his fleet, and he says this year is actually looking pretty good. And he's getting ready to set sail for a 60-day trip propelled by the winds of change.
The last 3 years, we really struggled. The price of shrimp was down because of all the imports coming into this country, so our workers' wages were down. But with the tariffs, the prices went back up, and finally able to start making a good living again.
So Trump has put a 50% tariff on foreign-raised shrimp. Is that right? Something like that.
He put a 50% on India. And Indonesia and Vietnam have a 20% tariff.
That helps. So that just goes to show you tariffs work. With prices of shrimp on the rise, that's good news for Captain Ken. These small boats mean big business, and the numbers just to operate, well, they're staggering. Tell us how much your fuel bill is and your grocery bill is.
Some months my fuel bill is close to $1 million and my grocery bill is $200,000 a month.
You know, everyone's like, yo, our catching so much shrimp this year compared to last year. And that's not really true at all. Last year, we probably caught more shrimp. But what the guys did, there wasn't enough money for the pie to be split. They were going out for 3 guys, and instead of they were trying to catch bigger shrimp, and then the smaller shrimp, a lot of times they couldn't handle them, so they had to just shovel it back over.
On the other side of Palacios Bay, there's another big business, Texas farm-raised shrimp. Homegrown Seafoods' Reed Bowers gave us a tour of their sprawling fish and shrimp operation. Now, this isn't like shrimp bought overseas. It's big, healthy, fat shrimp raised in real clean water and given the perfect food by a company that has the highest standards in food safety and quality. The ponds are beautiful. Water looks great.
But what we're doing is we're getting better at monitoring the bacteria load in the pond. So we actually take samples and put it on a petri dish and sample every pond for make sure they don't have the wrong kind of bacteria in it twice a week. And then if it does, we'll add more probiotics. And if we can't control it that way, we'll go in there and use hydrated lime to kind of knock all the bacteria back and then seed it back with a probiotic.
And it's not just shrimp here. There's catfish, redfish, and tilapia by the millions of pounds. In the lab, eggs are gathered, fertilized, hatched, then put into the ponds. And it's all done in a very controlled and scientific way to ensure the best product possible. Make no mistake, the Texas fish and shrimp industry has a long way to get back to those glory days, but there's a breath of life and a chance to rise again. With enough Texas pride, dignity, and grit, the Gulf story is far from over, I assure you.
Now, fishing might not be the first thing you think of when you think of Texas agriculture, but actually aquaculture is a huge part of our economy. These are some of the hardest working folks in the industry. So help these guys and gals out by buying Texas caught and Texas farm raised shrimp and fish. We'll be right back. This week we have a sweet treat in our Go Texan segment. We're in Austin, where one of our Texas pecan brittle companies is taking the candy world by storm.
When I was the first year of my business, I got my first order, and you're still cooking out of the kitchen at my mom's house. And late one night, we had our hairnets on. You know, we had a Hallmark movie on the background. And sure enough, I go, Mom, I feel like my story is a really great story because it involves like helping, women's empowerment, changing lives, being kind. And she goes, throw in a love interest and you've got a Hallmark movie.
When Courtney Rae Goodson mixes up a batch of brittle, it means more to her than just cooking up a sweet Texas treat. It's a heartfelt homage to the man who taught her the power of sweetness in all his forms. Courtney's late Uncle Ray came up with a recipe that everyone loved. And now years later, it's his niece who has stirred up a gourmet delight that she ships all across the country. And it's not just a business, it's a testament to how one woman's dream can turn a family tradition into a beacon of success.
He didn't have a business, he just gave peanut brittle as a gift from the heart. And so, but he did make it and work on it for over 35 years because my great Aunt Louise wanted to make peanut brittle for their friends for the holidays. She couldn't get it right, and so my Uncle Ray stepped in, really, zoned in on it, made it, fine-tuned the recipe, and he just, it turned into a thing that he really enjoyed.
But there's more to the story than just an entrepreneurial woman who built a business on a recipe. It all starts overseas.
After college, I went to Texas A&M. I left to serve as a Peace Corps volunteer in the South Pacific Islands. I was doing business advising for small local Hindu communities. I loved it. It was really a beautiful time. And while I was there, my great Uncle Ray would send me big boxes of brittle to my village. So we'd eat tea and eat brittle, or drink tea and eat brittle while I was there. And it just kind of was a way of, it was the same thing of, I think, food is the reason you come together, but the end result is connection, and it creates community.
This is the batch! Abracadabra!
So, after the Peace Corps experience, Courtney came up with a plan to both help others and distribute her delicious product.
In the Peace Corps, there was a woman named Roshni. I just loved her, and I did a lot of business advising training. She had always wanted to start her own business but didn't have access to a formal education. And so after I returned from my service, I did a crowdfunding campaign called The Power of Uncle Ray's Peanut Brittle. Oh, I still get chills. To raise money for her. And if you donated for her to start her own business, I would make you my Uncle Ray's Brittle. And so not only did it, fast forward, it changed her life. They have a little canteen. They bought a piece of land, built a house. She bought a car, and her son's now in pharmacy school. And for me, at the time, I was like, I think I'm a creative entrepreneur. I think I want to try this thing. And so I started my own business. Peanut brittle changes lives.
Courtney Rae's Brittle can be found in stores all across the state. It's a delicious treat that's filled with flavor and lots of love.
Love goes into every batch of brittle.
A lot of things have come together just right to form Courtney's business success, and she says her membership in the Texas Department of Agriculture's Go Texan program has been a big help that she needed.
Yeah, I love Go Texan. I love having that mark on every one of my bags. To me, I am a certified Texan. That's what it means to me. And so it's an awesome program. I tell everybody I know about it. It's just really great.
Courtney Rae Goodson has big dreams, but she has an even bigger heart. Not only has she grown a business to national acclaim, but she has sweetened the lives of countless others all along the way.
When I graduated from college, did I think that I was going to be running a peanut brittle business? Probably not. But when I look back at the story of how it got started, And I told a friend about it recently. She goes, nothing about the things that you've done in your life surprised me. She goes, it's who you are. And so it feels right to me that I own a peanut brittle company that's a not just for profit company that hopefully creates community and creates a little more kindness. I'm Courtney Ray and I'm Go Texan Proud.
Texas, our Texas with Sid Miller.
Hey folks, we've had a lot of people ask about the theme music in our new show. It is, of course, our state song, Texas, Our Texas. And we're going to give you a sneak peek what it takes to produce such a powerful musical theme.
David Lovren has been composing music for years. He's always been a pencil and paper kind of composer, but he's learning to embrace the newest technology and how he can have an entire symphony orchestra inside his computer.
I am learning the latest techniques. This has been an opportunity for me to brush up on some of my skills.
So it's in there, it's all in the soup.
That's been a real revelation for me, learning the new tools and how to put all that together. I know how to write for orchestra, but to create it virtually, that was a new set of skills.
Well, we use what's called sample libraries, where we just download a bunch of files that has a recording of each instrument playing every note on their instrument, and gigabytes and gigabytes of that stuff comes down onto our hard drive, and then we can play our keyboard hooked to our computer and hear any of those sounds.
Now, the Texas Our Texas theme music for our program, well, it's more than just a composition of a simple tune. It's the reimagining of the song into a bold new sound we call Texas Epic.
The original sheet music is written down just like a church hymnal, because that's the way a lot of this kind of music, vocal music, was printed back then. And it was really written to be sung by one person or a group of people, like a choir. So the original piano music is very basic, functional, and it kind of sounds like a church hymn.
It seems like a very simple tune, but when you play through it with the piano chords and you start to look for those little things that make it special, there's some just wonderful moments. It is good music. It is simple music, but it's very emotive.
The new way of music composition is good, but David still respects tradition and the raw emotion that can only be found by real humans playing real instruments. And so, after the basic tracks are done in his home, it's off to the studio to add real violins, guitars, and of course, a Texas harmonica.
You kind of went da 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 da.
I got so excited. I won't do it. I'll
That's
just
fun. It's fun, but okay. Well, let's try a take. To me, and depending on the way it's arranged, it can definitely bring out those feelings of love in the state you live in, the same way that we, love American patriotic music. I feel like you can be patriotic toward Texas too.
And when the final notes were played, David delivered a heroic theme that stirs the Texas patriot in all of us.
David, that's so fun.
Now, earlier in the show, we showed you Texas fish and shrimp farming in large scale. Now we want to take you to an operation on a much smaller scale. Let's cast off to Hallettsville for a family farm spotlight.
Lavaca County, Texas, where the land gives and it takes, but a place where Kenneth Henneke was born and raised, and the place where he started his humble enterprise. It was vision born in the Texas soil, one that continues today with his son Brian. There's a story found in these fully stocked ponds. It's a story of devotion, resilience, and the unbreakable bond between generations. And it all started when Kenneth sold his medical laboratory back in the 1980s.
I like fish, so I said I'm gonna do something I like doing. And so we got the fish business.
Now, farming and selling fish is nearly as big a job as ranching and selling cattle. Oh, wait a minute. The Hennekes do that too. You gotta raise them, feed them, round them up, put them in the trailer, and send them on their way.
Where do these fish go?
All over Texas. All over Texas. We've been to every corner of Texas. Furthest we've been is to like Kansas, but we go out to El Paso here and there. Just came back from Abilene, but a lot of South Texas stuff. But anywhere in Texas we go.
Brian Henneke runs the place now, and it's something he never saw himself doing.
Oh no! You know that growing up when you're in high school, like I want to get away from here. Yeah, so I went to college for a couple years at Sam Houston. Dad called and said, "Hey, I need you back." I said, "Okay."
And so today, Brian and a few family members and a couple of good hands take care of all the work around here.
This is tranquilizing. So whenever we get them seined up, it knocks them out enough to where they don't hurt each other when they're in the box.
The latest addition to the team is Jordan Moore. She came to the farm fresh out of college, and she brought with her a strong work ethic and some new ideas.
And she has been amazing ever since. She can do anything out here, from anywhere from answering emails, doing social media, bagging fish up, and packing 50-pound bags of fish food around.
You know, you think you know everything, but these young people, they know what you know plus more, and so they do still a better job than probably I can do.
She does have a degree in aquaculture and a background in cattle, the perfect fit. She agrees that whether it's fins or hooves, it's all working about the same.
It's something new every day. I was growing up with a ranching background, so it's kind of like underwater ranching, to say the least. There's a little bit more variables, a little bit different set of problems, but it's all pretty much the same workload. You have to have the same attitude about it.
They raise quite a variety of fish here, and they deliver them all over the state of Texas.
As far as fish, we got anywhere from, we have fathead minnows, shiner minnows, copper-nosed bluegill, hybrid bluegill, red ear sunfish, largemouth bass, hybrid catfish, hybrid striped bass, tilapia, hybrid crappie, and black crappie, and triploid grass carp. And every year about this time we'll start, well, a little bit from now, we'll start selling a few redfish even.
And like an omen from great things to come, after weeks of drought, the rain came. Well, it was a welcome sight. We were getting wet, but you know what? The fish didn't seem to mind at all.
Thank the good Lord about that, and talking about that, I'm going to be 86 years old. So, anyhow, it's just wonderful to be part of this, and wonderful to be here in Hatchery, Lavaca County, and part of Texas agriculture and aquaculture.
I got a really good team of employees that make a big difference on how we run things and make sure the customers love them.
To visit the Henneke Fish Farm is to feel the heartbeat of a family. Now, Brian knows he's part of something bigger than himself, a legacy that began when Kenneth dug that very first pond, and it continues with Brian's commitment to carry it forward.
I love it.
Why?
I feel like it's partly giving back. I mean, yes, it is a business and make money off of it. I feel like we're helping the community around us and all over Texas.
Well, I'm so proud of everything because our family is everything, and our family is, like I try to tell them, work hard, be proud of what you do, be honest and fair, and they all done it, and they've all done well, and so that makes me extremely proud.
Hey folks, if you're a fisherman like me, we've probably all caught some of the Henneke family fish from one of our Texas lakes. That's all for this week. I'm Commissioner Sid Miller, and remember, agriculture matters, and here's today's Cowboy Lunch. They say it's lonely at the top. Well, I've been at the bottom. It's lonelier there. Have a good week.